support that you give the zoo and the Zoo Miami Foundation that we're able to do the things that we do. And then I like to remind people that I have the best job in the world. People hear me say that all the time, and if you're one of the 3 people I've told you know about Ron Magill, which include things like, internationally renowned photojournalist, hold on, man. Internationally renowned photojournalist, Nikon ambassador, Goodwill ambassador to the zoo, conservationist, philanthropist, all those things. He's even a distinguished alumni of Palmetto High School. I was heading there, and the University of Florida, which have bestowed upon him many awards. But the most recent one was from the Hispanic Alumni Association, which named him the 2024 Gran Caimán, which is the Great Crocodilian, which I don't even know what that means. Like, what's the whole point of that? Okay, awesome, great. Fantastic for you. But what I really want to tell you about Ron are things that you probably didn't know about Ron, okay? Number one, everyone thinks he's 6'6", maybe at some point in his life, but he's more like 6'4", okay? That's about, you're growing in your age? That seems a little fishy to me. Anyways, so what are some of the other things about Ron Magill? A lot of people don't know that Ron Magill is Cuban, okay? Most people don't know that. And Ron Magill doesn't drink coffee or drink alcohol, which most Cubans are like, what? Are you crazy? So anyways, some of the other things, he's an office mate of ours now. He's in our building, very quiet, which I suspect you're not going to get that version of Ron Magill tonight because he's very excited and passionate about this. But most importantly, the thing about Ron Magill is he's incredibly transparent and honest. He's a good friend. He treats everybody on our organizational chart from the top to the bottom exactly the same, from the CEO to the guy that shows the hay in the barn, to the people that serve the drinks and receive people at our front gate. And that's why I consider him a good friend. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our chief storyteller, Ron Magill.
Thank you, Magill. Then we saw some of the adults doing adult things. That resulted soon into the nesting. And then we saw the chicks. So we got to witness all of this stuff out there. I'm telling you folks, you're sitting here in Africa and you're looking at penguins and it's pretty incredible to watch how these animals do this. And then you watch them come in after they go out fishing. They come in and the waves can be pretty bad. They're tumbling over each other and they're coming out of the waves. Oh God, I got it, oh, here I am, okay. But they're just so wonderful to look at. And again, the diversity of what you're seeing on this continent in Southern Africa is fantastic. And the people. Now, I watch. But one of the things that's real important to me, as it was to Jose when we came up with this program, is we had to connect people. That this is not just an ecotourism trip. This is to show you what we're doing to help the wildlife that we want to protect. Some people say, well, you shouldn't be doing that, blah, blah, blah. No, you know what? There's a connection that happens there. There's a connection that happens there when people understand, when they can touch, when they can feel. That's an important connection. And then the elephant came to the back of the room and is drinking out of the pool. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I look at my wife, I go, look at this. This is unbelievable. So I told my wife, get your camera. I'm taking pictures. You hear me go, click. That's me taking pictures. This is my wife doing an incredible video. Now watch this. Watch how I finish this, because I was beside myself. Watch. As soon as he finished drinking and walked away, watch this. Watch. No. Somebody else is me. Watch this. Only in Africa. In many of these properties, you get not only your guy driving, but you get a tracker who sits in this seat right here. And you won't believe what these guys can track. I mean, I look at this, he goes, oh look, porcupine prints. And I'm going, where? There's no porcupine prints. It's just sand. What are you talking about? And he shows like this little 2 pebbles to the left. He goes, no feathers, everything's the same. But the male has a dark iris, the female has this stunning gold iris. Okay. Just a stunning bird. Then you have the spur-winged goose, the largest water fountain of Africa, and the smallest type of goose, the pygmy goose, tiny little bird. And then, this may look familiar to you, it looks just like a great white heron to me, but I don't think that's what it is. What is that? Look at this animal, and you'll notice a lot of my photographs, you got this orange tinge to them. Why? Because it's sunrise and sunset all the time. That's the time to be out there. That's the beautiful golden light that they call for photographers. And these roan are just stunning antelope. And they live in the water out there because you're living in the Okavango, okay? The Salinda plan this, okay? And you see, give me an idea. This is how close we get. See? You're able to just take the pictures, and it's wide open. So there are people that say, oh my God, why don't they just jump in the truck? God bless it. That's what these trips try to prove to you. Animals are not malicious monsters. This is a reflection on what good management does in good reserves and good parks. And I'm going to demonstrate that throughout the talk. Animals are not looking at you like I'm going to get you. Whenever zoo-raised rhinos, these are not captive rhinos, these are wild rhinos. And again, I want you to notice how closely we can get with the vehicle, as long as we pay attention. We're close to them, we respect them. It's a magical feeling that you have to be so close to so many. I think there were 8 or 9 white rhino there. 8 or 9 in one crash. You never know. Now, you're not going to see anything of this because as soon as I saw something, I put the darn camera down and I took pictures of it. But this is fantastic because the first time I saw that, I said, magical, folks. It brings you back to really what's important in life. And on the flip side, okay, it really is a magical thing. Then you come back for dinner. So it's just incredible to watch all this stuff. And then we're going through the thick brush. And another great thing about Southern Africa is that in a lot of the parks, for instance, in Ngorongoro and Crazy, taking my camera and taking a picture, I was like the dumbest guy in the world. I was so mad at myself. And Dan Levitor never let me forget it. He goes, oh, you're a really good photographer. Just put the camera down when the greatest moment happened. Boy, we never forgot that. But then our driver says, just put ourselves in positions. They're coming to drink. They can anticipate these behaviors. People, these rangers, they know these animals, they know the routines. So we got ourselves in position, and yes, they came down to the water. And this was a great moment to get them, to get that shot, where they're all going down and drinking. And I'll tell you what, I'm sitting there going, are you kidding me? God bless it. Sorry about that. I get a little overexcited sometimes. And then they get right next to the vehicle, and they look up, but they would never look at you like, you're threatening me. No, you be still freaking kidding me. Look at this. This is fantastic. He's sitting in there and he's eating his apple, just curled up in the tree, not paying any attention to us at all. So I'm sitting there, my driver is fantastic. He positioned himself where I can get under the tree, and I'm shooting up and getting these shots. And just tearing this thing up. Yeah, lick that blood. Because you don't know maybe like butter. Just beautiful. I was walking with Matt with our flashlights to start waking people up in the tent to escort them back to the car to get ready for the morning game drive. And all of a sudden, we go with the flashlights. We're looking all the time for eye shine. But as we go around this very thick bush, time to wake up. Okay, we're good. No. And they literally communicate with each other. They don't fight. There's never any fight. It's just, and then one by one, they would get up and then start stretching. Okay, it's time for another day. Next. Yes, okay, you get up. Okay, let's stretch you too. Okay. This is going on over and over until each dog is finally out and they start running and they start hunting. But now, this is the Okavango, so there's a lot of water and stuff. Okay, this guy's out. Let's go. We got one out. We got out. This guy's gonna go. Oh, let's go this way. But then the other guys go. Hey, you know what? Let's go the other way. Walking right next to me. Now look at this. He's right next to me. Here's a truck, and look at this last look he gives me. Hello. She came at us when we came around the corner. Let's see.